So this is just a continuation of the part one, where I was quickly communicating in Genius Code. We go off the real estate and monopoly discussion or conversation or talk. This is my mentality. I want it to spread into the next generation at like about 25, but I'm over that right now. And we're gonna communicate the reasons to why I decided to be an entrepreneur from Wittenberg University. This is like, this is a very, very, very alpha affirmation, and it fixes a lot of problems with the Black community. I may have said this in previous videos, but I want to say it clearly in this video. When you go to Wittenberg, it's the richest class in the United States of America, richest class in Ohio. Yeah, I think I already said this before. It's just a really hardworking affirmation. I want people to, like Gio, to unprogram themselves and play Monopoly, but reference success from how you win in Monopoly and not off of liquid. That's really all I have to say. And without snitching, I want to let people know that the illusion is that everyone is successful in business, and that's not true. I may actually look like Jeff Bezos when this is all said and done, because I'm understanding this terminology, distribution. So I'm an engineer like Tony Stark. Maybe that's what I wanted to clarify. So being an engineer, what's an engineer? An engineer means like you're a genius and you are using your brain and you're kind of developing like either a website, an idea that's patented, or you're crafting something and then creating a business model that makes money. So I'm like engineering in many different things, but with this plan, I'm engineering online. So it's like a website. It's like if I created Linktree. I'm engineering this idea. So you don't have to have like a mega colossal freaking robotics degree or whatever the requirement is, or you just have to do something very simple. Like an example would be like making a conversion website. You're engineering and developing something that helps or merges or makes something better. In my reality, I'm engineering distribution to the point that it's like, I want you guys to see this spread like by correction. Like this is like Apple. Like, what do you mean Apple? You want to go off the visual like Apple. Like fundamentally from an online perspective, this is like Apple. This is something different than this. This here is different than this. This here is different, and this does something different. So that's basically all it is. But like when it comes in the mail, like you sign something. Well, when you go and you order an Apple phone, you sign for something. You can sign for Isaiah's thing. So Isaiah is studying distribution of an idea that's protected. This is not the same thing that my dad's doing. And I'm gonna say it on here, my dad owns the Carlisle. If they say no, say my dad's company owns the Carlisle, and they'll explain it. If you're in Naples, Florida, and you go to school here, this is why it didn't make a difference by me making the decision I made, because it was controversial to continue to spread. Once you realize that, like it's the real estate by the, by the public library, pretty much. You go there, you pass by it all the time. You see it all the time. You just don't realize. That's my dad. So my dad offices everywhere. So if you guys are just starting to get familiar with it, I'm just gonna say it out here. And I don't want my dad to correct me, because I want you to trust that something is more valuable into the future. Right now, you can claim, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to say, based off of real estate, my dad is a multi-billionaire. That doesn't mean cash. Again, We don't have to disclose anything, it could be confidential. Off of real estate, you can see that you've acquired things that possess value. Now, the cool part about this is that you can see it from the street. You can see it. It's not fake. That's why I was confused to why I was getting rejected by certain people when I was affirming things to them. You see it all the time. I don't know why it would be. You see, this is a former office behind the former boat campers. This is his former office by the McDonald's in Juliet Blair, across the street from Walmart, the first office to the left. You can see it. You can see that this is true. So this is kind of why I decided to be real and do music. My sister Angel is going to appreciate that you can actually see whether or not Isaiah's business is legitimate. Everyone is not doing what I'm doing, by the way. So there's red box, distribution. You can make something called blue box. Distribution can be something called Studio Fi, which is something that I'm proud of. You're going to see me do 3 things. But I'm an engineer. I have 2 ideas called, actually 3 ideas, but 2 of them you'll see me. 2 websites or idea or pages, imright.com and draft.com, logically. They don't have to be called that, but there are 2 ideas that complement what I'm doing. So you have a studio, and then you have like other divisions of what you're doing that do a certain thing, and they could be brands. It could be something as simple as like a real-time, you're starting from nothing to something, and you pull advertisement on the cold calling, trying to get advertisement or putting advertisement, charging, whatever, and it becomes this mega colossal thing. That's what I'm doing. I'm an entrepreneur. Again, one more time, from Wittenberg University, the richest class in Ohio, richest class in America, I decided to be I chose my class, which was an entrepreneur. That's like eBay salesman, $100,000 a year. That's like drop shipping. That's like e-commerce. So there's people that have disclosed they're able to make $10,000 a month, some people $40,000 a month, some people more. But that's the class I'm in. So just play Monopoly and you'll understand what I mean about this city's misconception of finance and what is valuable, because it's not the past, it just has value. It could have value for distribution. It could have value because it has a bunch of employees, which a lot of people don't understand. That's what my bad. If you have really good workers working for you, it attracts a lot of attention. Like, they work so well with each other, or this guy works so well by himself, or it's managed very well, or it just flows smoothly, or the engineers behind this stuff. Like, if I'm working with people. So it doesn't just have to be a building. It could be the fact you are intelligent and you have valuable people. And then you could work with other things, but you be cognizant you're getting paid for it. So yeah, so I'm an engineer. Hopefully that explains what is an engineer. Engineer is like Tony Stark. We are doing the same thing. So I advertise saying Tony Stark, and I do the same thing. I'm an engineer. We both work with power. When you introduced me to high school, I'm the inventor of high fidelity. The inventor of high fidelity. So I'm in Naples, Florida. I'm the inventor of high fidelity historically. There's people that claim to own it and that don't own it, and there's some people that have an idea of it. But when you own it and you practice it and you're legitimate about it, you are the inventor of something. So that's the concept of, like, you invented 60 frames per second, 70 frames per second, or 20K resolution, and you own it. You are the inventor by definition. And audiophile-wise, it's like if you've invented a new audio file. So I own an audio file called hi-fi, and I'm the inventor of hi-fi, which is high fidelity. I'm the inventor of that, which just means there's hi-fi surround sound system in home theaters and headsets, and they could be anywhere from $100,000 for the sound system, if not more. So this is just like, you have an IMAX theater. It's not just film standard definition, it's an IMAX theater. The room, right? Isaiah is the inventor of high fidelity. It's a practice of high fidelity, and it'll eventually get to film. Love you guys. Peace out.